Welcome back, everyone. It's Lala, and I'm here just with an update. We are going into, what is this, the second week of December, and if our lives are kind of similar when it comes to the holiday in the month of December, you probably have a lot of different events happening, or a couple, but there are some kind of events and planning going on. And it can also mean too, like me getting ready for the new year and making some final planner decisions. I'm still waiting on a couple of things, and then I just got an email about something which I will share with you guys soon, which is pretty cool. But so for the month of November and December, I put on my shelf my Sterling Ink B6 Slim because I just wanted to change, and I was itching to go back to disc and going back to specifically using DIY fish inserts in the specific version that I've shown in a previous video. So I was just going to give you guys an update on that, and also too talking about the holidays. So when I have projects like getting ready for the holidays or a trip where there's multiple steps, people involved, that kind of thing, I use my plotter, and I've shown my plotter binder. Look how thin this baby is, and I've had my plotter binder for a number of years now, and you can see some little white whatever. It's something that can wipe off. I don't know. It's rubbed up against something, but because of this specific leather, it's really holding up. This is not the kind of leather that's going to show scratches or, you know, wear like some of the other leathers that Plotter offers. So, which is appealing. And you're going to ask me, well, what kind of leather it is? Check the notes down below. So this is a ring. This would be your personal size. Again, I've shown this, but I just want to show you guys what I mean by planning for a family event. So I'm going to be hosting my mother coming from out of town, and also hosting family brunch on Christmas. And so I'm using the narrow size tasks to do sheet compared to the personal size, and that's because I like to kind of layer inserts, and I'm not layering anything right now but underneath this, but I'm sure I will. But so I've already created my list, and as I'm getting things done, buying certain things, whatever, then I'll be, you know, checking it off over here. But this is where I organize projects that I have going on besides my different sections that I've shown you guys before that I have here. All right, so that's my plotter. It will be going into 2026, but I'll have a video soon to go over what everything is planned for the new year, but it will be. And then when I went back to Texas, I brought back my field note size or pocket size Y Chic Sparrow TN. And I forget what this type of texturing was called. I don't believe this is offered anymore, but this was some kind of unique texturing technique. And anyway, so I have all these field note size TNs and, you know, inserts and stuff that have different lists. This is from Purpose Planner, Purpose Planner Rote Runner Company, their notebook. And I was using this as a commonplace. This will continue. But I have some different, you know, like field notes, inserts, notebooks in here, field notes. I mean, I've used these over the years. Some of these, you know, Word notebook, Now, the word ones I tend to use for my grocery list. And so I have my shopping list here for this week. I'm not going to show you guys everything. But I like these because they're set up with the dots for like bullet journaling, bullet lists. So I love the word notebooks. And I love that they have different covers, just like field notes tend to have different series of their notebooks, right? And then I have one back here. Look at that old picture of my son. He's 20 years old now, y'all. Or wait a minute, or is he 21? No, I think he's 21 now. Oh, but I have one in here that specifically that I recovered. I think this probably is a field note notebook. No, it's a Word. Yeah. That I made for different books. And this is old. I mean, I have some of these pages are dated 2021. I have my name on there. 2015. This is old, y'all. So yeah, you know, I put things aside, use something, put it aside, whatever. But I'm going to be updating that book reading list, you know. So I wanted to share that sometimes, you know, you use things and then, you know, you put it down. And what I've learned too is not to just sell my leather covers too quickly just because I'm not using it. Because trust me, I now regret some of the sales I made many years ago because I wasn't using it. So yeah, and I just put it aside now and end up, you know, circling back to it. But anyway, so I have some of the daily sheets here for the following week, not this coming week, but the following week that I put aside because I just want to show you how I kind of prep my pages, which is really simple, which is I just draw a line. So, you know, it's the daily pages have a timeline here, but it's all grid. It's simple. These are front and back. And I just draw a line because I use the bullet journal method. And then that way I can use my symbols. But here is my setup for my disc system. And the issue I'm having right now is I got my planners for planning and organization now. But I fell in love over the last month and, you know, going on this month with being back in disc and using DIY fish inserts. And I'm going to show you why. So I'm not going to go through all, you know, I mean, I just have some stuff, you know, some cloth and paper stuff, stickers, some Hobonichi, whatever. This is for the Book of Revelation series from the She Reached Truth. We just finished that journal book. And I think I have it here. Yeah. So it was this book. And right now we are in the Advent book, which I showed in a previous video when I opened that up. Anyway, but I love this, the card that came with it. And plus too, it tells me what the next months are. So December is Advent and January is going to be Lent. But of course I have the current card for the current month. But yeah, I just have some of this stuff. Some of the stuff is from the Citrine accessory kit, like this envelope folder. And my old photo that I have of BTS. You know, I had to have my boys in my planner, even though that's an old photo of them. Pre-military, you know. And this is as they were, you know, they started to blow up. I'm in my 50s, y'all, and I'm in my 50s. I don't care that I'm part of the Army. So, you know. Anyway, and so I have the notes section in the back, but I've moved it up to kind of level out when I have this planner notebook open and I'm writing on the pages, because look, I got some big, beautiful lavender discs on here. I think these might be, what, 1.5 or 2-inch discs, something like that, whatever. I don't remember. So I moved the note pages up towards the front. And actually, this supposed to be in the back. But so let's get into the DIY fish inserts. Okay, so the opposite side of this is filled out with a lot of personal information and dates and stuff like that. So I'll show you in a second. So the front part, I did some little light decorating for the holidays, whatever. Nothing special. I'm not an artist. I could be creative a little bit, but I have my monthly track chart here, which I absolutely love. And in this way, I don't have to write these things down every single day in my dailies. But I'm also tracking pain. I have a pinched nerve in my back. It sucks. It's been going on for a number of years and whatever. But praise God, I can still get up out of the bed and move. So anyway, I have my tracker here. And then I just added on an extra copy that was printed wrong, so you can see how the opposite side looks. And so I have the December here, and I have a bunch of stuff written, in the main one, and it's grid. And then this side, and let me show you guys a little closer. So this side, I would have events or birthdays. I have birthdays listed on the real one underneath. And then this side, I've been using it as a waiting on. So all those orders I've been, I placed and stuff. If I get a placed an order, I'm putting it here because it's something I'm waiting on to come. And then as they come in, then I'm checking them off. And if I'm still waiting for it, like some things from November, I've just moved it over onto the December one. And then this is just a grid page. If I have some notes or whatever, I will use it. But yeah, it's on the opposite side of the daily. And so I'm just going to kind of flip through this. I've decorated some pages or whatever, and I just put tasks and, whatever needs to be done. Little like journaling. Then we have, and this is that task thing from the pack from the Citrine planner, that I have some running stuff, notes and jazz. And then we have the weekly. Okay. And so the weekly here, I would put like tasks for the week here, any additional notes or planning or whatever would go over here. I have my month calendar here that I can look at. And then I have my timed weekly, which is what I absolutely must have because I'm a mental health therapist and I have appointments. And so I want to see what I got going on with meetings and clients and phone calls or whatever I have to do, putting the weather up at the top. Now, since it's a fold out, then I have some weekly tracking. And so, I'm trying to go through the Bible from Genesis all the way and gradually, because I've never done that. And so here I'm trying to prep, which chapter in Genesis. And I was off track this week, but it's because I'm still doing studies, my Advent study every day, and doing my hobbies and stuff. And sometimes, something just hits my soul and I'm, reading a different book of the Bible or whatever. Or I'm spending more time in the daily Advent pages. Then novels I'm reading, some Christian counseling or theology reading. I didn't do very well with a lot of that this week. And then I play Second Life. And so tracking when I'm working on my farm. And that's the fun part. That's part of my self-care, de-stressing, stress management is I game. So taking care of my farm and going to the gym, work on my stats and whatever. And so I have that stuff going on. So one thing that really struck me when I was then getting ready for the new week coming up is I'm like, okay, let me prep, my weekly. And again, I can see everything if I fold it out, and I'm working on my dailies. I'm like, okay, do I have any appointments going on for the month that's already on the calendar? And do I need to plot, put it in on my daily form page, or do I need to add it over here to my weekly? I can see everything all together, okay? I can see it all. I can fold it all out. And I don't have to do a whole lot of flipping about. Or if I'm at the end of the week and I know there's certain things that didn't get done every day, so then maybe I want to migrate some stuff, then I can flip, but I can put it, in whatever section and I can see it. Like, oh, wait a minute, I got too many appointments already that were pre-planned that are on my monthly, whatever. So I'm not going to want to put a whole lot of heavy stuff on my dailies for whatever day. And then, and I got work going on too. Or I do have some open time because maybe a specific day I don't have that many clients on my schedule. But something that was really cool was, and then I can fold this over like this, and I can just focus on my month and my week as well. And then you probably wonder, well, what about your tracker? Because your tracker's so long. And I just pull it over like this, and it's no biggie. And then I can still see what's going on. Now, then I was like, well, why am I flipping? Like, it was just like a duh. As I was prepping my new weekly, and I know I'm still reading, like I finished this book 314. So, and I'm going to be adding on another book because I did start another book. I tend to read more than one at a time. But I'm like, why am I doing this flip like this to make sure I'm not missing anything? Right? Because I didn't get through all these planned books, chapters in Genesis. So I want to make sure I still got to adjust this. Start, at the right one. I'm like, duh, let me just take this off and plan it, right? It's simple, right? And then I can just easily put this back where it belongs. And I just love the whole, and it's so simple. I don't have to open up any rings, and especially if I'm at work, I don't want to have the noise of, because sometimes it can be quiet because we're in this large space as therapists, when there's a large space and and cubicles until we go to a therapy room with a client or whatever. But sometimes it can be real quiet, and that whole, yeah, that's, for me, it's annoying. But that's quiet. And then just, I don't know, I get satisfaction after doing that. And it might seem like the simplest, silliest thing, but I just get so much satisfaction. And sometimes when I'm taking out several pages, I love that sound. And then I just put those pages back on so easily. So anyway, yeah, I am loving my DIY fish, this specific version. I'm going to link it down below. I've shown these actually in a different size. I think I've used these in maybe the Happy Planner Mini size. I'm trying to think if I've used them in the TN, standard TN as well. I might have. I have used, I started off using DIY fish with TNs. But yeah, and then again, I just draw this line on my dailies. That's part of my prep. And, and then and I like having my dailies with me, because there are certain things I know I just need to put in on a day. You know, like I'm trying out this Do It app or whatever, and I'm doing the free version, you know, trial period, and it's $20. And so I want to make sure, because I think I will get charged like on the 18th. And I want to make sure that by Tuesday the 16th, if I don't feel that I really want to use it, it's just one thing too many that's unnecessary, then I want to make sure I remember I want to go ahead and I should know by the 16th if I've really been using it, and I'll cancel that. So I'll just plug that right in on my daily sheet. I don't need to poot around and then end up messing up and forgetting, and I get charged $20 for something, and I'm like, I've just wasted money. Yeah, I hate when I've done that. And you know, being part of adult, we should, you know, use our money wisely. So, and I just did that sloppy. See that? My line ain't straight, but whatever. but yeah, so I'm a real simple planning kind of person, and, you know, and I just shared some awesome news with my mom on the phone, about planner, and she was like, she says, oh, I need a planner. And I'm like, okay, well, I might have some for you, because I'm waiting for something in the mail, and I went ahead and ordered it when I was thinking I probably didn't need it, because of how I'm planning to use what I have kind of prepped and set for the 2026, but I went ahead and got it because of the price, and I'm still waiting for it because it's coming overseas. So I might end up giving that to her as a Christmas gift, and I'll show you guys, of course. So I'm not saying what it is, because I haven't really decided yet. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to her. Okay? I might just give her something else. Okay, so here's the rest of my week for the following week. The week that my mom flies in. So, yeah, so that is my update. Look at that. See, I already knew that I scheduled it, and it is on my monthly, the real monthly, that I scheduled my dog's grooming at Petco on Monday the 15th before my mom comes in. So I went ahead and put that on my daily, so it's right there in my face, because I tend to flip through my dailies a lot. I flip through all this stuff a lot because I just, you know, the DIY fish inserts, I'm telling you guys, this version where I can see everything so easily, I love these inserts. I absolutely love them. And this is this week, and everything's prepped. Everything is prepped. My dailies are prepped. I've already started putting things on some of my days. My week is set. My weather is on there. And I'm good, right? I'm good. And I like that I can just put, you know, I can fold over my week, you know, with the calendar, the fold out / tip in. I like that I can just fold it over my dailies, and how I have creased these, and it's like a whole packet. So I have packets for the whole week. See? Nice. So that is that. And then, you know, then I can fold. And then at the, you know, the end of the month, I could fold over the whole thing, right? I could fold over the whole thing if I wanted to, and then put it on a different disc you know, like maybe my storage disc booklet for the year when I archive. See that? But I did keep my monthly November in here. I just moved it back here so I could have my 2 months with me. Or if I was using this like October, I would have October with me, but I file away all the dailies and weeklies, the weekly fold out, but have the monthly still here so I can see the month calendar. See that? I love it. I love DIY fish. I love DIY fish. I love DIY fish. And that's part of the problem I'm having right now, you guys, is because I love the DIY fish inserts. And, yeah. You know, and then I do still have the citrine, all of the citrine inserts. And maybe, because I really like this layout, but maybe I'll give this to my mom. Maybe maybe this is what I'll give to her. She says she needs a planner, you know. Maybe I'll get a new covers and put these inserts in a cover, let her have the stickers, and yeah, and just set this up nicely, because why should I hold on to things I'm just not going to do? I mean, use, right? That's another option. All right, so that is that. That's my update with that. And technology wise, still using my V-Woods e-ink device, AI e-ink device. That I'll talk about that more when I go through my whole lineup. But this is my newest, like I would say this is my early Christmas gift to myself. The stickers. No, I'm just joking. But the Kindle, I got the Kindle Color Soft, and this is how I've decorated it. You know, I love pinks and I love bling, and so yeah, this is my Kindle, and I absolutely love it. I love it. I have a Kobo, and then I have books. I have books device. This is what the Gold 7 color. I got this, my V-Woods. I sold my Palma. And of course, you know, the companies, they come out with new things all the time, but I'm enjoying going back into using the Kindle because I love Kindle Unlimited. I love my Kobos. I love the tracking when you get your stats. I love the way the stats is set up. My Kobo is in my living room, and I'm in my office space right now. But and I have 2 different Kindle Fires, old ones. But you know, this you know, your stats when you're reading them is fine here too, but the Kobo, I think, you know, is superior when it comes to how you see your stats. Well, hold on, let me grab. So real fast. So I have my Kobo. You can see the difference in the size. So my Kobo appears, the body of it is wider. And it has the pin. So for example, like this book I did finish. But if I go to the stats, I love the stats on the Kobo e-reader. I love this. I don't know. It just speaks to my soul. And then, you know, and I started reading this book, Deceit. But to me, Kindle Amazon blows Kobo out of the water for the books that are available, especially, you got the Kindle Unlimited, limited. But, you get your stats here on the bottom and stuff. Yeah. And there might be some more stats stuff. I don't know. Oh, well. You see, I can see my location, 5 minutes left in chapter. And then you see, like, here it says next chapter, 22 minutes, this book, blah, blah, blah. This is just aesthetically pleasing to me, the stats for the Kobo. All right. Okay. So I'm not gonna sell my Kobo, and I have books that are still in there anyway. But this is my my other thing I'm using, and this is going into 2026 non-planner related. Well, it is. It goes with my planner because I'm tracking what I'm reading, and it will help me. My planner is going to help me stay on top of my reading because I'm going to be setting up my new reading goal for 2026 on January 1st. And so, yeah. So just want to show you guys that. And that be that. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment. I really appreciate you guys for hanging in here with me. And let me know, are you facing a struggle on deciding what you're really going to use for 2026? Did you get more than one planner because you're trying to decide? Were you thinking about switching, but then you fell in love with something again that you've already used? Like me, with DIY fish and using discs. Comment below. I want to hear about it. I want to know that I'm not the only one who's feeling this way. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed week. Share this video and come back again because I'm coming back again. See you again soon. Bye.